guys, it's Andrea with Sucks For You in Houston, Texas, and it's so hot here right now. Nothing new, of course, but with no rain over the last, I don't know, over a month now, and the feels like temperature 111, and then on my porch in the shade with 3 fans on, it's 95 degrees. It is so hot, and I don't even know how many times I've said that in the last 2 months, but it is so hot. But despite the heat, there's still a lot of my succulents that are showing active growth, new growth, doing great, like thriving. And I was gonna make a little video describing signs of new growth, because I know a lot of people are like, how do I know if my succulent is actively growing, if it's in their growing season, or if they're dormant? And this guy right here is gonna be my first example because he's one of my favorites right now. And this is a Hoodia, and I think it's gordonii. I'm not sure because I had some seeds. I had parviflora and gordonii. They got mixed up, and this is the one survivor. I've made a video about him before when he had thrips. But he's doing great, and as you can see at the top right here, this has new growth coming in, and the new growth is close together, and it's lighter. It's a lighter color than the rest of the body of the plant. Might be a little bit hard to see the difference, but you can see that new growth is coming in, and as it gets taller, those little knobs, spines will spread out like the rest of them. There's new growth on this Euphorbia as well. The tips are lighter and it's getting taller. This is Euphorbia Lacei Mint Cream. I bought it. It was mislabeled as Trigona, but it's Lacei, Lacei. And all this at the top is new growth. You can see it too is lighter, and these Euphorbias have leaves, little tiny leaves that come in, and they either fall off or they turn into spines. So that's a good sign of new growth. And the new growth also feels a little bit like softer, almost like rubbery on the surface. This guy had a lot of new growth going in. This Euphorbia, it's a zigzag Euphorbia. Sorry, the light's a little funny, but it seems to have started to slow down a little bit, this new growth at the top. And then down here, this one looks bigger. Oops, sorry. This one is still getting bigger, and you can feel it. You can feel like the new spines are softer than the older ones. These get harder, woodier. This little arm kind of slowing down over there. Other signs of growth, active growth, are going to be flowers. And right now, sorry, my AC unit's on over here, so I'm going to talk a little bit louder, but pretty much all the Haworthias have just been steady through the heat, flowering. You see them all over here, these crazy long flowers. Looking around to see anybody else up here. This is the rickrack cactus, or fishbone cactus. It's got a long crazy name. I'll pop it up on the screen. This still has a lot of active growth coming in. Like, all this is new growth from here on out since the beginning of the summer, but it's also getting too much sun, so I need to throw some shade up over here somehow. A lot of aloes will go summer dormant, but I guess this one, because it's getting some decent shade, this one has been flowering pretty regularly. And I have a Astrophytum ornatum right here, and he's got, you can see this light new growth, and these new little fuzzy areoles, which will, yeah, I can feel them. They're starting to like push out little spines. And then we have more signs of new growth right here in the this is a Booby cactus. I'm so hot, I'm like blinking. It's Myrtillocactus, geometrizans, Fukurokuryuzinboku. New growth, that nice blue coloring at the top right there. So like, besides just it's like seeing the plant producing like like getting taller, getting bigger, flowering, creating seeds. You can see this. This is a Huernia zebrina, and it gets a lot of sun. It's in a really hot spot, and it's just popping up flowers left and right. I don't have any that are open right now, but they were. They finish. Yeah. And even this really stressed from the sun. This is a Haworthia tessellata, venosa, and it's flowering even though it's like super red. It's normally pretty green. What else? We got this little aloe someone sent me. Teresa from out in Florida. She sent that to me a while ago, and it's been flowering, and we've got a new one coming in right now. So another sign of active growth is if your plant is producing seeds. This little Frailea casteana, I just found a seed pod on it. Oh, and I made a little short of this guy. Remember the good stick plant? Remember the stick plant? He's finally got some new growth on it too. This little branch right here. Look at that. How about that? New growth. And it even has little tiny leaves on it. And they will soon fall off. And over here we have like crazy new growth coming in on this Peniocereus striatus. Like all of this is new. I didn't know what was going on. Like we got all that right there. That's old. This one just started shooting up right there. That's new. That's new. And there's a little one down there too. And I was like, what are these flowers? What's going on? This thing hasn't done anything. So we just get longer and longer. So that's, you know, obvious new growth, actively growing. Whew. This little dude back here is like super cute. Look, he's got these little fluffy flowers coming in. And this is a Pygmaeocereus biblii. I'm not sure how to say that exactly, but that's how it's spelled. And it's like got these two little fluffies. And then over here, this Frailea dude. He's starting to put out more flowers. And I collected seeds from them. There you go. Frailea Uligiana. I collected seeds from them and I started them, and they're doing really well, surprisingly. Over here. And there they are. No, those are them. And I started these on the 18th of July. So, I don't know, 3 weeks ago. But they literally started germinating like within a couple of days. And so did, these are Astrophytum, Myristigma, the bishop's cap. So I collected those from a plant that I bought from a nursery. And they're growing. I started two more. Some Haworthia and Hoodia, and nothing is happening, and probably won't at this point. What else do we got going on? So, more Haworthias flowering just non-stop. We've got some fruit production on the Myrtillocactus that is spinous. Lots of fruits coming in. That's active growth right there. We got a lot of cool stuff going on down here under the pergola too. As you can see, I have a ton of euphorbias and calantras because they do so well here. They do so well in the heat. And I just noticed today down here on this Tessellata euphorbia, there's some new growth coming in there as well. I'm curious to know what's going to happen there. These two little boobs. And I don't know if it's branching. I really don't know because I haven't had this one yet. But I'm really excited about that. This is the guy I collected seeds from and that I just showed you. Astrophytum, Myristigma. the bishop's cat. And no, they are not self-fertile. It was in a nursery with other blooming bishop's caps and was pollinated before I got it. So that's how I was able to get seeds from it. So I hope that helps you guys understand what you're looking for when you're looking for new signs of growth in your succulents. There's a lot of things, you know, not just new leaves and getting bigger. Because sometimes they just grow so slow that you need a sign that they're still actively growing. And at that point, you know it's cool to water them, it's cool to fertilize them. Once they go dormant, whether it's from heat or cold, you know, you need to cut back on watering then, because they don't need the water. They're taking a long nap. And of course, if you see little pups or offsets coming in, like on this Gymnocalcium, it's an SDI multiproliferum, and you can see that it's living up to its name. It is very prolific, putting out all kinds of little babies. That, of course, is signs of active growth as well. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you're staying cool, and I hope your plants are actively growing or safely dormant. Oh gosh. Thanks y'all.